What's up, guys? It's Justin. Got a great episode in store for you today. The real estate and housing market is changing. If you're thinking about buying, you're thinking about selling, or you're a real estate agent, you have to tune in to this episode. Don't miss it. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Justin Ford podcast, where I'll be releasing life-changing principles and valuable information focused on all things faith, finance, family, fitness, real estate, and so much more. Let's go! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Justin Ford podcast. Super excited to be with you here again today, and I hope you've been doing great since the last episode. If you're loving the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. And if you're really loving the show, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. If you haven't followed me yet on social media, you can at the official Justin Ford. Again, at the official Justin Ford. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, X, and also here on YouTube. I got a great episode in store for you today, but before we get into that, I do want to let you know that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at NextDoor Lending. NextDoor Lending is a team of professionals that believe everyone should be treated as if they live next door. The founders and team members have more than 150 years of combined loan experience, helping clients all over the country choose the best loan program to help you accomplish your goals. NextDoor Lending is currently licensed in over 26 states and has a team of over 100 loan officers specializing in helping you get the best rate and terms. And so whether you're looking to refinance your home or you're looking to purchase your next home, call my friends over at NextDoor Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. I wanted to do this episode really just to give almost like a real estate industry market update on what's going on, with the housing market and what's going on in the industry and kind of where things are headed, or at least what it looks like where things are headed, kind of going into the end of the year. I know a lot of times, people just kind of wonder, where are we at? What's going on? Where do we go from here? And what's interesting is, for those of you guys that don't know, I've been in the industry now for 20 years. I started back when I was 22 years old in the mortgage industry and have been really in the industry ever since. And back in 2013, 12 years ago, I got my real estate license. And so I've been actually selling real estate for the last 12 years. And it's been a journey. Back in 2008, the market crashed. We had that foreclosure meltdown. It was a mess. A lot of people lost their homes. A lot of people, had to short sell their home, or a lot of people were upside down for a very long time. And back in 2013, the market started to increase, and it's been increasing ever since. And matter of fact, I just saw one of my buddies who has been in the industry for a while. He posted something just today, and I wanted to kind of share it with you because, where do we go from here? Like, what's going on? And, what he had posted was he had shared with how we're shifting right into a buyer's market. And for the last, I would say 12 years, it's been more of a seller's market. And for those of you guys that don't know what a seller's market is where there's more buyers than there are homes. We call it supply and demand. And so when you have more buyers than you have sellers, what is going to happen is it's going to move the needle up, right? It's going to move home sales up, because when you get multiple offers on homes and you got bidding wars going on, you're driving the prices of homes up. And that's what causes a lot of times home sales to increase in value. And it's been a very strong seller's market for the last, 10 plus years. Well, now what we're starting to do is we're starting to see a shift. And this spring, this summer, for the first time in, I would say 6, 7, 8 years at least that I can remember, is we're starting to see more homes come on the market. We're starting to see homes sit longer, and we're starting to see prices come down a little bit. And the reason for that is because when you put more homes on the market, when you have more options for buyers, homes tend to sit longer. And so what my buddy posted today is we're 100% in the buyer's market. If you're still trying to buy or sell homes like you did over the last 3 years, you're going to miss out, right? You're not going to be able to experienced that. And I've got a graph here, and you might not be able to see it. You might be able to. Okay, you can see it right there. It's probably backwards. So when you see the higher, graph going up, this is a graph that shows over the last, from 1890 to 2025, housing market affordability or unaffordability. And what this report says that just came out 2 days ago is U.S. housing market has reached its most unaffordable level in the history of our country. Okay. And let me see if I can zoom this in here. So if you remember the bubble back in '06, this is when the market hit a peak and then it crashed. Okay. Look at that. So the second highest mountain there was '06. The highest mountain is right now, 2025. Okay. And you can see the fallout and the crash of what happened in '06, and it went way down. But then you can see the trend upward, and that's what it's been since, again, back in like 2013, where we've just seen for 12 years a consistent rise in value and in price. And so, I say all that to say I'm not saying we're getting ready to crash again, because what I was just talking to somebody a couple of days ago on what caused the market to crash in '06, '07, '08 was, the adjustable rate mortgages and the subprime mortgages that when they adjusted, you'd go from having, let's say, a 7% rate to a 14% rate overnight. And most people could not afford those payments. And because the market was shifting, they couldn't refinance out of those mortgages to get the lower rates. And then we saw people's houses go into foreclosure, which then would tank the value of a home, right? As all these homes started coming on the market, homes were flooding the market crashed, prices decreased to like almost record lows. And then once the market sustained itself, the economy started to get better, we've seen an increase. And so where do we go from here? Well, no market can go up forever. And again, if you look at this graph again, what we see is that what goes up must come down, right? What goes up must come down. And it doesn't mean that it has to come down in a big way, but even if you just look at this trend over the last 125 plus years is what we see: up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then up again. So things are consistently going up, but they have to come down to go back up again. It's the same way the stock market works. It's the same way the foreign exchange market works, and all the different trading and stock market stuff. And so there has to be an adjustment, there has to be a shift, and there has to be a change. And we're in that right now. And so what does that mean for you as a buyer? Well, that means that as a buyer, there's still pockets of multiple offers. There's still pockets of homes selling, higher than what they came on the market as. We're still seeing that in certain price points, especially the first-time home buyers. Anything I'd say from like 400 and below is really that first-time home buyer market. And in most markets, if the house is priced accordingly, you're probably still going to get multiple offers on it. But in that higher price point, we're starting to see homes sit. We're starting to see homes not get full price offers. And so what does that mean for you as a buyer? Depending on where you are in the spectrum, either entering the housing market for the first time and being a first-time home buyer, or if you're looking to sell and upgrade, or maybe sell and downsize, depending on where you are, there's going to be a different, a different approach. And so most buyers are going to start seeing more homes on the market, which then give you more options as a buyer. You don't have to just make a decision, go well over asking price, throw your dog and, your cat, your kids in the offer just to get your offer accepted. That's obviously a joke, but, putting it all in line to get a house, that's how it was for so many years. Now you have options. Now you can wait until you found the right house. Now you don't have to go way over and get all crazy. Some cases you might, depending on where you're buying, but we're seeing the shift. So a report this week that came out, there are 21% more homes on the market today here in Metro Detroit than there were 12 months ago, okay? So a 20% increase year over year, which means there's more homes coming on the market, which means more options for you if you're looking to buy. Same thing if you're listening, you're a real estate agent. Your buyers, this is a way that you can prep and prepare buyers as you're getting ready to take them into the market. Well, if you're a seller, what happens now? Those days of like, hey, I'm going to get as much money as possible and I'm going to get 100 offers. Again, it's happening in some case scenarios, but like this gentleman, Corey, who put this post out and said, if you're still trying to sell your home like like that we've seen over the last couple of years, you're going to miss it, okay? This is the first spring and summer that I've seen in the last 5+, 6+ years that I can remember where homes are actually taking longer to sell, where we're having to advise our sellers to do price reductions. Therefore, as a seller, it's going to be so important to price your home right when you list your home, which is in any market, you should price it right. But you want to make sure when you go on the market that you're not overpriced, because I know the thought process is, well, why doesn't somebody just make me an offer? Well, that's just not how it works. I mean, I've been doing this long enough, so close to 1,000 homes. If it was just about someone making an offer, they would. But the reason why they don't is because when a house is overpriced in the eyes of the buyer, either they think it's overpriced or something's wrong with it, and they don't think you're serious and you're realistic, so they just move on to the next house. And so it's so important to price your home right as a seller, and it's so important to write up your offer the proper way if you're going to be buying a house. That's why it's so important to work with the right type of agent. My wife and I, Joy, we were at dinner last night, and we were meeting with a couple who were interviewing us, which is kind of cool. I've never really been interviewed to be an agent at dinner, but I loved it because I'm like, man, let's eat some good food and spend some time together. And they were first-time home buyers, and they were working with an agent previously who was a newer agent who really screwed some things up for them. And that's frustrating and that's hard. And so when we were talking to them, we talked about the importance of working with someone who's done it before, and not just once, but for years, right? Making sure that you're working with someone who knows what to say, how to say it, know what to do, how to do it, positioning you as a buyer to make sure you get your offer accepted. And they appreciated that. And, we had left dinner. And again, this was just yesterday. We had left dinner. And they said, and I asked, so when do you guys think you'll be making a decision? Well, we'll make a decision after the weekend. Sure, that sounds great. We look forward to hearing from you. Woke up this morning with a text saying, we want to hire you guys, right? So, which was awesome because we love the opportunity to help first-time home buyers because they don't really know what they're doing. They don't know what to expect. And so we have the opportunity and the ability to hold their hand and see them through the transaction. And Joy is the one that works with our buyers, and she does an absolutely phenomenal job of doing that. And so as a buyer, wherever you are, you need to make sure that you're working with the right agent because it's tough out here and you need to know where the market is. As a seller, you need to hire the right agent because if you're meeting with a listing agent as a seller, you're telling them that you want a certain price and they say, yep, that sounds good. And they're not showing you, even if it doesn't agree with your price, where you should be priced and where the market is, then you're just hiring a yes man or a yes woman who are just telling you what you want to hear to get your business. And you know what's going to happen? Your home's going to sit. You're not going to get an offer. It's going to take time. You're going to have to reduce the price. And by the time you actually do get an offer, it's going to be a lot less than where you could have gotten it if you would have hired the right agent and did it right up front. And so for those of you that are listening, that are agents, be that great agent that a buyer wants to hire. Be that great agent that a seller wants to hire. Make sure that you're not just a yes agent or a yes man or a yes woman, but that you're really telling people the truth and where things are. Even if it means they don't work with you, at least you can walk out of that house or away from that meeting and say, you know what? I shot them straight. I told them exactly what's going to happen or what needs to happen. And if they try to hire someone that just is a yes agent or a yes man or yes woman, let them, because guess what they're going to do? They're going to come back to you when it doesn't work out, and they're going to thank you for being honest. So we're in a shifting market. It's shifting more to a buyer's market again. And I'm telling all the sellers that I'm meeting with, like, listen, you need to be ready for these changes, and it's my job as a professional to tell them what to expect. It's my job and Joy's job as professionals to tell a buyer what to expect so that they're ready to go into the market because there's a lot of uncertainties, our economy, tariffs, we've had some potential wars possibly happening, and we're just living in an era like after COVID, it's like anything can happen out of the blue and we just don't know, right? So it's so important to be ready. If you're a seller, I wouldn't wait too much longer to sell. If you're thinking about it, take advantage of where your equity is today. If you're a buyer, I wouldn't wait. Get in the market, take advantage of where things are. You can always refinance to get a lower rate down the road. The longer you wait to purchase, if you're a renter, you're paying 100% interest, right? So if you're waiting for interest rates to go down, buy a home. It's better to be an owner than a renter, and always refinance down the road, okay? So if there's anything that we can do, Joy and I, if you're local here in the Metro Detroit area and you're looking to buy or sell, give us a shout. We'd love to even just have a conversation with you. There's no cost, no obligation. We would love to, like we did last night, have the opportunity to just share with you what to expect in the market. And even if you're not in Metro Detroit and you're just somewhere listening to this podcast, but you're thinking about buying or selling and you don't have an agent, we've got an incredible network of agents I can pair you with and partner you with a great agent anywhere in the country and really anywhere in the world through our network. And so if you're thinking about buying or selling and you want someone who's experienced, who's professional, who gets results and does a good job, let us know. We'd be happy to connect you with someone. And if you're a real estate agent, you're really looking for a great team or network to be a part of. We have a local team, the Justin Ford Real Estate Team right here in Metro Detroit. We're growing all throughout the state. But we also have the Legacy Network, which is a part of our EXP network, which we have agents all across the country and even into other countries that are partnering with us to help us grow and for us to be able to come alongside of you and help you and support you and grow your business. You can reach out to me via email, justin@justinfordteam.com. Again, justin@justinfordteam.com. You can find me on social media at the official Justin Ford. Reach out, shoot me a DM, shoot me an email. We'll 100% respond to you. If you're looking to buy, you're looking to sell, or you're an agent looking to partner with a great team, we'd be honored to have that conversation with you, okay? That's what this episode was about. Just wanted to give you an update on where things are in the real estate market as of summer 2025. So feel free to reach out. Again, if you love the show, do us a favor, go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. Feel free to share this with someone, get it in somebody's hands. And maybe it's not you looking to buy or sell. Maybe you know somebody that is. Share this episode with them. Let them watch it. Again, we'd be happy to connect with you. Before we wrap up today's episode, I do want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by our friends over at NextDoor Lending. NextDoor Lending is not just a sponsor of the show. This is our go-to lender for the Justin Ford Real Estate Team. We entrust all of our buyers with the team over at NextDoor Lending. They have over 1,000 five-star reviews, a perfect A+ Better Business Bureau rating. So if you're a buyer looking to get pre-approved, call our friends over at NextDoor Lending. If you're a homeowner looking to refinance, maybe take some cash out and consolidate, call our friends over at NextDoor Lending. And if you are a real estate agent looking to partner with a great mortgage lender, call our friends over at NextDoor Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. Two things I always like to leave you with. Number one, it's not how you start. What matters is how you finish. And number two, with God, all things are possible. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.